Welcome back. It's your host GF. I needed. It was a nice. I think it's been like a month off from SFW, and when you're the number one Leaf guy, Cowboys guy, every year they find new and spectacular ways to. It's just the way they lose, and it's embarrassing. So I need a little recharge, but we're gonna recap rounds 2 and 3. And we'll just start off by congratulating the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers. I didn't see the Oilers making it, so let's start out west. I mean, beat the Canucks. That was just, crazy. Demko got hurt. The Shilovs came in, played as well as he could. I personally think they would have gone through that series if Demko was in, but what are you going to do? They did it. McDavid and Draisaitl, number 3 and 4, I think, all time in playoff points per game, and Leon's a little bit ahead of McDavid. Unreal, man. I'm telling you. Everyone thinks McKinnon's better than Leon Draisaitl. He's not, man. He's a better skater, but if we're talking about production, he's got his guys in Colorado, and he's got his guys, and he's got Makar. No offense, Makar's better than Bouchard. So people got to really start giving Leon Draisaitl the respect that he should be the number 2. Him, Cooch, McKinnon, it's a toss-up, but he also doesn't have the cup, and McKinnon does, so we'll see how that shakes out. Then the Panthers beat the Bruins. My luck, people, and I retired from gambling. I never really was into it. But this year, my 40th, tried to do some big bets and won a few in football and got screwed on some in hockey. This is one of them. Coming off of that Game 7 against the Leafs, and they have to travel to Florida, I'm like, okay, Game 1 for sure. Florida will be all over them. Bad call by the ref, led to a goal. They lose that game. They go on to win the next 4 out of 5, win the series in 6. It's the bad luck I have. Hey, what are you going to do? I got the ladies, I got the life. What can you do? Family, friends, but gambling, guys. And no one knows it better than me, which is why everyone's going to lose. Don't gamble. And if you do, make sure it's in your means and all that stuff, but it just isn't fun. It's more fun to just watch the games and analyze like that. So anyway, that's just for the kids out there, because I know it's everywhere. Don't fall into the trap. Be a winner like GF. Anyway, moving on. Stars and Avalanche. Okay, so we got to that one. Yeah, the Avalanche. Nichushkin, the ski slopes are open for him, a.k.a. kids don't do that shit either. Another thing I've never done, be a winner. And that's it. That's how they got to the West Final, and then that's it. Stars and the Oilers, I just can't believe it, man. Stuart Skinner outperformed Ottinger. Oilers blue line with CC and these bums, Desharnais and them, they outperformed them. And Dallas's big guns up front didn't get it done. Pavelski's going to retire. Kudos to him. Just under a Hall of Famer. Ben and Sagan, same thing, just under Hall of Famers. What's scary is when you get rid of those 3 guys eventually, and you put that money and you allocate it properly, look out, man. Heiskanen's good. Lindell, Thomas Harley, that's a nice-looking defenseman there. Ottinger's got to get his groove back a bit, but the forwards up front, they didn't do it against the Oilers. And the Oilers guys, they do their job up front, but it was the D and the goalie we didn't see coming. So, Stuart Skinner, you fucked me on another bets. Yeah, I had to take a couple L's on the way out of my gambling retirement. I went against Stuart Skinner. How could you not? But he boned me. What can you do? Congrats to them. Florida Panthers. They go on to beat the Bruins, and they go on to beat the Rangers. The Bruins and the Rangers, very similar. The goalie, defense, structure, number 1 defenseman, they don't have enough stuff up front. The Bruins certainly don't. I think the Rangers do, but what are you going to do, man? Zibanejad, that number 1 center, he's just not getting it done, man. Him and Panarin, sometimes they're not doing it, but they do have the parts. Those 2 guys, then you have Kreider, Alexis Lafreniere, I'm telling you, the power of the number 13. Reinhardt's doing it, Lafreniere, Kako's a bust, but the Rangers are there. They're well built. They just, for whatever reason, they just couldn't find those extra goals that they needed, but they gave Florida a good run. And at the end of the day, they could have been up 3-1, a big overtime win, tied up the series, and then they went on. So, and that's how we got here. The Panthers, who should have got it done last year, ran into, Vegas. But Vegas, that buzzsaw that was coming in, which was Florida, you beat the best team of all time, regular season numbers-wise, in the Bruins. You dusted off the Leafs in 5, who were coming off their only win ever, triumph against Tampa Bay. It was just very impressive what Florida did last year. And, we should all be cheering for the Oilers, but I really believe Florida gets this done in 6 games. It's going to take a lot of Draisaitl, McDavid, Magic, Hyman, Nuge, Vander Kane got hurt. Hopefully he comes back. But those 5 guys are going to have to carry them. Can their blue line and Stuart Skinner hang with Florida's blue line and Bobrovsky? That's going to decide the series. I think it's Florida's time. I think the Canadian Cup drought continues. I want to ask you guys a few things. Is this bad for the Leafs in terms of McDavid coming to Toronto in a few years? When I was doing security part-time, Boots and Hearts, 2018, shout out to all the Cakers and Barrie, all the fake wannabe cowgirls, but a good time. And I told them, okay, when the Tavares deal is done, your deal is up, what's going on? So it's going to come down to staying in Edmonton or coming to Toronto, I believe. Producer Pierce thinks he's going to the States. Very anti-Canadian, loves America, but that's fine. Let me know what you guys think, but I don't think this was good for that movement of him coming to Toronto. You made it to the finals now. Even if you lose, tremendous run, went further than anyone thought. And, but then who knows? Maybe the next couple of years, if they go downwards and never get back, maybe he makes the switch to Toronto. This is all wishful thinking and hoop dreams, but congrats to him and Leon and them. We'll see what Leon does this summer, but let me know what you guys think is going to happen in the series. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Florida Oilers, Stanley Cup Final. Let's get it on.